I'm Grace Ng and I am a 34-year-old actress and performing artist in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, it's kind of non-existent at the moment because I have very few videos and no general theme. But anyways, I would like to share my personal experience of my spiritual awakening. Okay, so when I was 26, I went to drama school. I went there to learn how to act, right? But I received a lot more than I had bargained for. So I grew up as a super high achiever, typical Asian kid, right? Always number one in class. When I got number 3, it was such a disappointment to my parents. And yeah, I was always like very, very active, like storytelling competition, emceeing, blah, 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 this, that. And very achievement oriented, right? So life for me was all about going for the goal, getting that thing that I want, and feeling the satisfaction from getting it, right? Enjoy the journey. You know what kind of ang mo nonsense is this? Ha! Enjoy what journey? Yeah, you think of so much money. Enjoy the journey. Yeah, that's the Asian inside me speaking. So that was me basically. So when I went to drama school, we had this module called, well, we had 3 modules. There was body, voice, and no. Let me start again. Movement, voice, and then acting. So acting, of course, we learned the acting stuff, how to devise theater and things like that as well. Through body and voice, like I learned a completely whole new way of being, right? There was a lot of inner movement, so learning to just be still and to move through your imagination. For me, movement, because I did gymnastics and ballet, a little bit of it, and some athletics when I was younger. So it was all about, like, you know, the perfect line, the perfect angle, getting the groove right, or whatever it is, you know. But then we explored moving in the form of imagination. So like imagining that you are jumping across a river full of crocodiles, or and I'm like, you know, or imagine that your body is honey, and or imagine that, you know, your atmosphere is filled with bubbles and you need to dance to that. And drama school was very intense, right? It was like almost 9 hours a day, 6 days a week, you know. Well, Saturday was mostly partying, and then Sundays laundry and groceries. So there was no time for anything else, right? So I didn't really have time to process whatever happened. But then when I got back to KL, there was this one night where I was completely 100% sober. I've been sober for a week. I mean, not that I'm an alcoholic or whatever, or like anything else, but yeah, I was sober for that moment in time. And I was lying down. I remember I was gonna go to bed. I went to bed at 11 p.m. I was in my parents' home, in my childhood room, lying down on a mattress, and I woke up spontaneously at 3 a.m. I think I was hungry. I ate some lettuce. Don't ask why. That was the only thing that was in the fridge. And then I went to sleep again. And then at 5 a.m. I woke up because something like an energetic force had entered my body, and it just caused kind of like a spinal wave, and it went up through my chest, up back through my neck, the back of my spine, and over my head. Like it was like a huge waterfall kind of like engulfing me. And it was a sensation that I had never experienced ever before, a whole new experience, right? It was a full body experience. And for the next 8 hours, I was like on a high. Everything I touched after that, immediately after that waterfall thing, everything that I touched, I actually merged with it. So when I touched the floor, I thought I became one with the floor. When I touched the mattress, I was the mattress, you know. Everything that I touched, I became merged with that thing. I remember reading a book, and I completely merged with the book. It's a really intense experience. And I remember that after that I didn't sleep because I had a voiceover. I had a recording that I had to do at a radio station the next day at about 9 a.m. And I remember as a 15-year-old, one of the things that I wanted the most in life was for someone to just come up to me, like, to be talent scouted, and someone like comes up to me and say, "Hey, do you want to be a radio DJ?" That was like always my dream, and I'd be like, really, me? But okay, yes. And that was exactly what happened to me when I went to do my voiceover. I met someone who was a producer at the radio station, and I've been doing voiceovers. I had been doing voiceovers for a while and exposed to people from the industry, but no one had ever come up to me and said something like that. I always had to work for what and strive and go out and get what I want. Nothing ever came to me. I was never the receiving. I was always like, go out there, hustle and get what you want. Very like the masculine energy. Never really experiencing that feminine, more passive, like receiving type energy. And so this state of heightened energy, I was in it for 2 weeks, and then I remember I got kind of scared, and I looked at the mirror and I was like, I want this to shut down. And the next day it was shut down. So that was my experience, and I was very, very confused because I had never ever subscribed to or believed in stuff like this. Like my family, I actually grew up in a family that would make fun of people who believed in crystals or who did Reiki, or like anyone who's like so-called like hippy dippy or whatever. Or feely emotional. My family didn't believe in emotions. Everything was very logical, very businessy, very practical. Like it's all about money, and stuff like that. So for this thing to happen, it was pretty scary actually. And the friends I shared this with, they were like, okay. So I definitely went through a very, very difficult time actually going through this. And I think it might have ended a relationship, but anyways, I didn't really care about the relationship because it was just beginning. But anyways, like I kind of like disconnected from a lot of my friends because we were on completely different wavelengths at the time, and I was still trying to process everything that happened. So that was my spiritual awakening experience. And then over the course of time, and of course through internet research, I actually found a new tribe of people who, for them, experience like this, where stuff like this is actually normal, to have new experiences, to feel your body, to be one with things, to have astral experiences. And then I felt accepted, I felt okay again. But then at the same time, like, coming back to my old life and my community, I felt judged, and I felt that a lot of people thought that Grace just came back from drama school. Now she thinks she's better than us because she became like a white person. Like, okay, whatever. But I was just going through so much of my own and trying to process whatever happened, and they couldn't help me at that time because they didn't have the capacity to understand what I was going through. But now that I have experienced it already, and I am living my truth at this moment, and it's so amazing because it's helping me, and it has helped me so much as an actor, still not famous, still not very rich, but at the same time I feel that I've put out some really good work and connected with a lot of people. It's amazing when people come up to you and they are sometimes in tears at a performance that you've done, and they're just like, oh wow, that really touched me, meant something to me. I have yet to create my best work, because right now, so I was all the way on that side, right? The very masculine energy, very all about achievements and goals and not being in my body, and very left brain, right? Logical. And then I flipped over completely to the other side, and very like I had like an astral projection experience, where I was completely transported out of my body, and it freaked me out completely. And after that I was like, oh, okay, time to go back to the other side. So now I'm still actively trying to find a balance and trying to bring everything full circle, to still be able to be in this state of acceptance and femininity, and being in my body and being in touch with my emotions. And one of the most amazing things about it is when I go traveling, the way I used to travel previously, it was like, okay, this is what we need to do. First, we need to go on this bus, and then we need to get this discount, and after that we need to get this Instagram shot. And so like I would rate my life based on these things. And so if I didn't get that perfect picture at that particular tourist location, and if I didn't get the 25% discount that was promised me because I signed up for this particular voucher and promotion, I would get really pissed off. And that was how I traveled. I traveled based on achievement. But then after this experience that I had, I learned to travel and to just be in my body and to experience it sensorially, and to experience it through my soul and through experiences with people. And it opened me up to so many really interesting experiences, and like people that I met, meeting like random strangers and just completely connecting with them and enjoying like completely crazy experiences. And what a joy, like what a blessing. But at the same time, I know being completely on one side, on the complete feminine side, is not healthy as well. So it's been a struggle for me now to balance it out and to come full circle, and which is why I'm sharing with you this experience. And also, if you feel like you are on the verge of a spiritual awakening as well, that's great. If you ever need to talk to someone, you can always message me, comment or whatever. For those of you who have had similar experiences, I would love to hear from you. And I know there are heaps of other YouTube videos out there of people sharing their spiritual experiences as well, which I think is amazing. It's great to know that lots of other people have gone through this as well. And even if you don't have this experience, I invite you to be with your body. It can be something as simple as going out to your garden, or if you don't have a garden, to a park, and just bare feet on the ground and just turning on some music and experiencing. Don't even think about Instagram storying it, okay? Because then it defeats the purpose, because you're thinking about the achievement of it. Just to feel that sensation in your body, it's amazing. And I feel like this pandemic, if anything, has taught a lot of people to be that way and to experience that, just the pure experience of being, which is what we all are. We are not human doings, we are human beings. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that I can share more. I am gonna definitely do more videos. I need support and encouragement from you all, because I have so much more to share and so much more to offer and so much more to give the world and so much more experiences to experience. And yeah, so thank you all, and until next time, bye.